guys, welcome back to my channel, Bethany Brings Books. I am really excited today because I have something fun that I think I'm going to get to do. A lot of y'all have heard me talk about how that I have had books in storage. I have books in storage. Most of y'all know that 2 years ago, my husband passed away, and so when I sold my house, a lot of my stuff went into storage, and I've been slowly getting it out now that I'm in my own place in an apartment. So I've already gotten some of my books out, but still have a lot. And what I decided to do the other day was I went to my storage bin and kind of dug around until I found my big tote that had a lot of my Christian fiction stuff in it. So I have that here today, and I thought it would be really fun to unbox it with you guys and see what I have, because it's been 2 years since I've had this stuff out. This has been in storage for 2 years, so I can't even remember what all I have, and it's really fun because it's like going shopping without spending any money. So I get to look through all these books. I will show y'all the tote. I have this huge tote right here. Hold on. This big yellow tote right here. It was too heavy for me, so I had to take some out and put in this little smaller tote on top to get it in the house. But I still don't really know what's in it because I just took out, I mean, I know some of the stuff, but I just grabbed stacks and stuck them in this box. So yeah, it's gonna be like getting to go through all this stuff with y'all. So I thought that would be really fun. I had to work today. It's kind of late in the evening. It's like close to 7 o'clock. So it may get a little bit dark in here. I've got my ring light and stuff, but hopefully the light will stay okay. And I'm just going to go through this pretty fast. I'm not going to like talk about what the books are about and stuff like that. I'm just going to unbox them and see what I've got. And yeah, so never done anything like this, so I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. So I thought I would start with this box on the top and see what I have in here. I'm just going to go through them, stack them, and because I'm going to try to put them away tonight. Let's see what we have here. All right, guys, I got the books right here, so let's get started. See what we got. I think I saw a lot of Karen Kingsbury books. It's got this Karen Kingsbury, like Dandelion Dust. Never read that. There's another Karen Kingsbury, Chasing Sunsets. This is Secrets of the Blue Hill Library. I have some of these already out of storage, and some that I picked up last year on vacation. Let me slide this tote on this. I'm trying to decide if I should do it this way or if I should flip it around and let y'all see this as I'm going through it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a combination. Here's some more Karen Kingsbury's. I actually got a bunch. What all do I have? The Baxter Family Coming Home. Never read that one. Take 4, Above the Line series. Never read that one. Remember, I have read this one. That's a really good series. The Firstborn series. This is the first and second book in that. I know I've got this whole Jan Karon, I don't know how you say her name. I've got this whole Mitford series, and I'm really excited to one day read this. I've heard so many good things about it. Some more Karen Kingsbury. Found. This is another one in the Firstborn series. Oh, I've got my Terry Blackstocks, y'all. Yay, I can put all these together in my collection. I have Private Justice, Word of Honor. This is like my favorite series that she did, Newport 9/11. I'm so excited to have these out of storage and I can put them up here on the shelf because my other ones are right there. I can put them up on the shelf with it. I'm excited. Another Cherry Blackstock. This is from her Second Chances series. This is a book that was my husband's. I've never read it. He read it and enjoyed it. It was by Glenn Beck, called The Immortal Nicholas. I've got this Julie Klassen, The Innkeeper of Ivy Hill. I've never read that. It looks really good. I'd love to read that. Healing Hills by Anne Gabbert. Haven't read that. Got some Beverly Lewis. I have not read Beverly Lewis in a long time. I used to read a lot of Amish fiction. I don't anymore. Probably the only person that I would still read would be Beverly Lewis. She writes Amish fiction really well, and I did enjoy her books, so I may still read some of hers in the future, but other than that, I probably wouldn't read anyone else. But I've got quite a few of hers. I've got The First Love. That one, I think I've read that one, and I enjoyed it. The Love Letters, The Last Bride, and The Secret Keeper. Those have prices. I did not buy those at Walmart. I bought them at thrift stores and places like that. Most of these books came from thrift stores, book sales, library book sales, stuff like that. I very rarely ever bought books full price until the last few years. Some more Karen Kingsbury, Baxter Family Love Story, Every Now and Then, Between Sundays, Bridge, another Cherry Blackstock, Breaker's Reef. It's another series that I want to read again. I read it when I was younger. This is another Secrets of the Blue Hill Library. These are guideposts. They're hardback. I picked these up because I had heard Lindsay from BFCG. I had heard her talk about them on her channel. So I picked them up a long time ago, and then I've added to my collection as I've found them through the years. A Light on the Hill, Connelly Cassette. I actually have read this. I did not realize that I already had it, and I bought it again like last year and read it. But I don't have that copy anymore. I got rid of it. But I may actually have some more in the series that I'm still reading now, so I might actually keep this. I'm not sure. Just Jane by Nancy Moser, a novel of Jane Austen's life. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I don't like fictionalized accounts of real people's lives. Like, I don't know why. I just don't like that. I feel like that's weird to me. Because in my mind, when I'm reading it, I'm thinking, this didn't really happen. This is just fictional. Like, we don't know if this really happened. So that would bother me. I just don't like that. I know this author has done that several times with several different people, and I don't know if I would like it. So I might not keep that one. Here's another one, Nancy Moser, An Unlikely Suitor. Might be interesting. I don't know. It's pretty. The cover is really pretty. I love that dress. Another Nancy Moser, How Do I Love Thee, a novel of Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poetic romance. Another Beverly Lewis, The Atonement. This is a Lori Wick. Now, Lori Wick was one of my favorite authors when I was younger. She doesn't write anymore. She hasn't written in years, but her books are so good. This is Sophia's Heart. So I have this, and then I also got right here, this is like a special edition. So I'm going to keep this one too, though. I like having the pretty edition and the older edition. I've got this. It's a Chesapeake Antiques mystery. It's a guidepost book. Like a cozy mystery. It's another Jan Karen. And then I've got Gates of Zion, The Return to Zion, A Light in Zion. This is the Zion Chronicles from Bodie Thoen. So I've never read these. But my aunt really enjoys, I don't know if it's this series, but it's one related to this. I don't know if it's this one or one related to it, but my aunt really enjoyed them. I picked them up over the years, and I want to read them eventually. But I've got all of these. I've heard they're really good. They sound interesting. I've got a Melody Carlson book, A Christmas Bus. Never read that one. The last ones in here are Grace Livingston Hill. She was like, she's kind of like considered like one of the first Christian fiction authors type of thing. She wrote in the early 1900s and she wrote like over 100 books. And she wrote mostly Christian fiction, romance type things. They feel obviously very dated. She wrote them all like in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. My cousin called me one day and told me that the bookstore or the thrift store had a bunch of books. Like, I don't remember if she told me they were Grace Livingston Hill books or what she told me, but somehow I found out and I went and they had like huge amount of these books and they were like 25 cents or something. I don't remember. They were cheap. So I bought like almost all of them, I think. So I have a bunch of these in different editions. And then later on, I happened to find a bunch more at a thrift store. And some of them were old, like original editions. So let me show y'all. I mean, I've got bunches of them. And the covers of these look like these are the covers from like probably the 80s or 90s, and so they look a lot different than what the stories are. Like this story was originally published in 1937. This is the 1992 version. So the covers look a bit more dramatic than the stories are. But I haven't read a lot of these. I have not read, but I want to read them eventually. It's called Sunrise. I've got that one. Happiness Hill. This is called Head of the House. The Girl of the Woods. The Strange Proposal. Time of the Singing of Birds. Stranger Within the Gates. Like I said, these all look much more dramatic than what they are. Rose Gilbreth. And then these are some of the old ones that I have. This one is Stranger Within the Gates. That one's really old. Look at that. This was published in 1939. And this is, look at the name in it. Bethadil Denning. Look at that name.
Whoa.
If you can see it. Let me see.
Ooh. Awesome.
Awesome. Maybe it'll focus, hopefully. That's just funny. That's old though. Then I have, say hey.
Hey.
The Obsession of Victoria Grayson.
Whoa.
This one, Tomorrow About This Time. A lot of them don't have the dust jackets, but this one's Bethadil Sessoms. So maybe she must have got married at some point.
Hello. Hello.
And then this is an old edition of Under the Lilacs by Louisa May Alcott. I found this one at a thrift store a long time ago. The inside.
Ma, is there toys in this?
No, just books. So in the front it says, this book, while produced under wartime conditions in full compliance with government regulations for the conservation of paper and other essential materials, is complete and unabridged. So that's cool. I've never seen that before.
Ooh, awesome.
Alright guys, so that's all of that tote. I think I'm going to flip the camera around for the next tote and film each book as I get them out. So I have the lid off of this box right here.
Hey guys, come in.
And we're going to dive in and see what's in here. Let's see what we got. Jen Karen again. More Terry Blackstock. This is a old library edition. Evidence of Mercy. Got these. I found these at thrift stores. These are pretty cool. These right here is a mystery. They're mysteries, but they're like, what were they? Who are they? They're published by Barber. They don't do them anymore, I don't think. But it's all three in one bind up. And I have several of these. This one is by Mary Connealy. Nosy in Nebraska. This one is called Mainly Mysteries. And this is by Susan Page Davis and Megan Elaine Davis. Then I've got Alibis in Arkansas by these 3 authors. Some more Lori Wick, Beyond the Picket Fence and Other Short Stories. Got some of my Elizabeth Camden books. The Rose of Winslow Street. Beyond All Dreams. This book is, I've read this one, it's so good. This one's really good. This is like my first introduction to Elizabeth Camden. And I like read so many of her books after that. I read like 3 or 4 back to back. From This Moment. This is Island of the Innocent by Lynn and Gilbert Morris. What else do we got here? We got another guidepost. I have quite a few guideposts. This is Whispers on the Dock from the Nantucket Dream series. Sunflower Summer. It's another series that I started, and I haven't read all of it, but it's another guidepost series. State of Grace. These are by different authors. Beauty Shop Tales. Guys, this might be shaky, but here, I'm going to flip it around. So let's do it like this. More Terry Blackstock. I've got this series, Justifiable Means. This is a really good series too. Ulterior Motives. Presumption of Guilt. More Karen Kingsbury. Longing. Angels Walking. Even Now. Sunset. Forever. Family. This is an old Tyndale book. Look at that. That is so old. Sally Leahy and Diana Crawford. Tyndale. Let's see what year this is. 1995. Yeah, it looks like an old one. I don't even know what it is. More Grace Livingston Hill. We got More Than Conqueror. Partners. The Girl from Montana. This is a Lori Copeland book. I've never read that. Christmas at Harrington's by Melody Carlson. More guidepost books. This is from the Tales from Grace Chapel Inn. Mystery at the Inn. Hidden History. I'm pretty sure that Melody Carlson wrote all these. Oh, no, she didn't write all of them. Here's more of the Jen Caron.
You can scratch on this book, Mama.
Another Terry Blackstock. That one's called Emerald Windows.
That one is scary because it has an eyeball on it.
The Messenger by Siri Mitchell. I've never read that. I've never read anything by Siri Mitchell. This is Cindy Woodsmall. An Invitation into an Amish Home in the Hearts of Two Women. Karen Kingsbury. Learning. Let's see. Karen Kingsbury. This is another Louisa May Alcott. This one's called Rose in Bloom. The Best Man by Grace Livingston Hill. Where Two Ways Met. Through These Fires. Mystery Flowers. I don't even know if this footage is going to be usable, but we'll see. Jan Caron, These High Green Heels. These are, I want to read these really bad. A Drew Farthering Mystery by Juliana Deering. I've never read them, but they sound really good. I've got Dressed for Death. Murder on the Moor. This has not been in storage. This is one that somebody borrowed, and when I got this box out of my car a while ago, I just stuck it in the box to bring it in. This is Gilbert Morris, a Danny Ross mystery, Guilt by Association. Another one, Deadly Deception. Another Gilbert Morris book. Rosanna M. White, A Name Unknown. I've never read that. Alright, I have a lot of these Sarah Ladd books. I think I got these from Ollie's, a lot of them. That's The Headmistress of Rosemere. Curiosity Keeper. A Stranger at Fellsworth. The Weaver's Daughter. These are more Grace Livingston Hill books.
Another scratch one.
this is a copy of Pride and Prejudice. This is pretty cool. I forgot I had this.
Yeah, it's cool.
I want to show y'all this copy of Pride and Prejudice. So, this is National Collector's Library. I forgot I had this. I think I picked it up at a thrift store. I can show y'all this. Look at this. It's so pretty.
It's like a little tribal call.
It has this. Somebody signed it in 1953.
And Mama, it's like a little tribal call.
Look, it even has illustrations.
Yeah, I'm helping Mama.
Cool?
I'm giving Mama these books. I like
This is
it.
pret's cool. It's got the illustrations.
Ow.
Look at this. This is Elizabeth.
It might fall.
Let's see if they have Mr. Darcy. This is Mr. Bingley.
Mama, a torch.
Mr. Collins.
I'm coming to the ceremony. Getting towards you. Who's stuck in?
Oh, this is Mr. Darcy.
Mama! Catch!
This is cool, y'all. Alright, and then I've got these Cherry Blackstock books. Alright, so I'm going to try to finish this up pretty quickly. But I've got these more Grace Livingston Hill.
Four.
I got to put all these away.
I need to go, Mama.
Alright. I've got the whole D. Henderson series. That was another one of my favorites. Then I have, this is another Grace Livingston Hill. Another old one. This is another edition of Pride and Prejudice. I think I got this one at Ollie's at some point. And pretty much more Grace Livingston Hill. These three Cherry Blackstock. So, those.
I know. Can you go up there and close those cabinets? No.
Alright guys, so there it is. So now I've got to put all these on the shelf. So anyway, yeah. But hopefully this turned out okay. It was kind of hard to do. I wasn't sure how to do it. But we'll see. I'll see if it turned out okay and we'll do a video. But anyway, yep. Thank y'all guys for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.